Oh yeah. Okay. It says we're live right
It's
now.
live? Okay. All right, what's going on, everybody? Sensei Lewis here with another video for you guys. Before I begin, don't forget to like the video, right? Don't forget to like the video, and don't forget to support the lessons. We always bring these free lessons to you, and as I always say, I hope that I'm giving you something that you can use in your own martial arts journey and your own martial arts training. So if you appreciate the lessons and you gain something from it, and you want to support us, go on ahead and utilize those links in the description area and help support the lessons either through Cash App, the PayPal, and I'll later put up my Patreon where you can also support us through there. But again, we greatly appreciate it, and I hope that we're giving you something beneficial. So today's lesson is dealing with how to sharpen your trapping and locking skills, right? So basically, what this is dealing with is a lot of times, when somebody attacks you, right? Like I always say, always remember the difference between fighting and self-defense. So we're dealing with self-defense here. So a lot of times when somebody attacks you, you may have that moment where your mind kind of hits a glitch, and you unless you're constantly training yourself, and that's what this is about. Somebody attacks, somebody jumps out and surprises you, or tries to attack you, of course, by a surprise attack, right? Or it's a situation, where you're not aware that the person was about to attack you. Even for attacks where the person is letting you know that they want to attack you, you still want to have your reaction to the aggression effective. You know what I'm saying? So these little drills like this will help strengthen your response to the attack, right? And a lot of times when that happens, like I said, it takes a split second. You got to be able to address the aggression and address the attack in that split second. So if you can train yourself with these little drills that I do here, that I teach my students and that I do myself, these will help you always be ready. So that way you're constantly prepared for whatever attack comes your way, right? So this right here, we're dealing with the trapping and the locking of the joints, right? How when a person's trying to attack you, whether they're trying to strike you, whether they're trying to grab you, how you can respond to the trapping and the locking. So we do these drills to help strengthen your trapping and locking, so that way you always build up that ready response. Basically, this is so you can always have that ready response. So you don't have to kind of like flinch when the attack is made, and then you have to kind of quickly get back on track to think, what do I do? Which technique should I use? Right? You want to kind of seamlessly flow into your self-defense, rather than having to like kind of do a block and then quickly think, okay, which technique should I do? Which technique should I use? So doing this drill will help strengthen you to buy, so that way if you're that type of person, it'll give your brain a chance to think of your next move, your strategy, when a surprise attack happens. Okay, so these are some drills that you can do to strengthen your trapping and locking. All right. So basically, what you do with your partner is you're gonna just do some grabs. You can start off slow, right? So just start off slow. I want you to just do some grabs, like grabbing at the shoulder, grabbing at the neck, grabbing at the head. You can do two hands, right? Different things like that. You can grab at my arms, the wrist, like that. So when they do this, you want to have certain responses, certain trapping and locking responses that you're gonna drill. Even if you get at least two or three, right? Have two or three main trapping the locks that you're going to drill, right? If you instead of of course you've learned, maybe you've been training and you've learned various locks, right? Of course we've learned various locks, but if you just drill on at least two of them, right, or three main ones. Sometimes some people say even one. If you just do one really good, just keep drilling it hundreds of times, you'll become so proficient at that one lock. That'll be your always go-to. But I always say at least do two or three, because at least there's certain common grabs that people do, or common strikes that people do. So at least drill, I would say, two to three common locks that you can drill, and just keep drilling it and drilling it and drilling it. And that way it becomes, if something was to happen, it becomes like clockwork. You can easily just go right into it. All right. So again, let's do some grabs, basic grabs. So just learn how to trap and lock. Slow them down. You see, I trap and lock here. I trap and I go right into it. Again, here, quickly trap and lock. Slow. And you train slow with your partner. Just quickly drill. Boom. All right? moves here. Again, I can trap here. I can trap that here and then turn it here and boom. Yeah, right? Just drill it. Here, mix it up, mix it up. All right? Trap and lock. All right? Just have your partner. See that? I got them right there. Boom. Just train and drill these. You can just, as you know, this is the Nikio. You quickly snap that wrist. Crack. All right? All right, see, get them in the lock. I can turn that into the gooseneck here. 1, 2. Just train it and drill it. All right, look at that. See that? Turn it into a lock right there. And again, like I said, you do it slow. You just keep drilling it. Just do it slow, and then if you want, you can build up the speed. Again, continue. All right. Same thing. You just keep drilling it, drilling it. Have your partner mix it up. Mix it up. Go from different sides, right? He's going for the head. He's going up here, right? Going down like so. He grabs the wrist. Grab the wrist, right? He grabs your arm here. You know what I mean? You can always bring it up and train it. Train yourself to be able to always get that response that you need, right? See that? Right there. Got the finger break, the lock and trap of the fingers. Boom. All right. Grab, no, actually grab. Come on, you know how to train, man. You got to do the real grab. And that's another thing. Make sure that your partner doesn't do the air grab. Train, make sure, I've always said this, if you watch my videos, I always talk about this, that when you practice, you need to practice realistically. Don't tell your partner just grab in the air or punch to the side. No, make sure they're actually punching at you, right? That they're actually grabbing at you. That's the only way you're going to learn how to be able to react and get out of the way. If your partner is doing, that's a disservice. Remember this lesson, guys. That's a disservice to your partner. If you're training with somebody and you're playing the uke role, right? Never cheat your partner by grabbing to the side or in the air. That's not gonna help your partner. The only way you're gonna be able to learn how to react and move out the way is if they're coming at you, right? I have to really grab you. I gotta really grab. I gotta really punch at you. You know what I mean? So remember that little lesson right there. All right, continue. Right, see that? Train yourself to get these movements down. So when it happens, you can automatically go into them. So somebody does that, they grab, you automatically train yourself. If it happens to you, you automatically react. All right? All right? Always automatically react. And even if you mess up, right? That's another thing. If I like move and I let them go, I could always get back on track. You see? Train yourself to always keep moving and get back on track. You can break right there. Okay. Just keep drilling it right. Just have your partner keep going and keep training. Notice I'm doing the same one, but again, that's what you want to do. You want to be able to get so proficient at it that you always get that. So if they do that, you always do the same one, but you'll be so good at it that you always know how to get it sharp. You just keep drilling that same one. Always get that. And then and what you'll do is you'll start to notice that without even looking, you're so used to grabbing that you can do it without looking. You'll always grab that area without even looking. Everybody understand? That I'll get so good at it that I always know what I won't even have to look, and I already know to grab in that certain area, and you'll always get it. All right, keep going, keep more. All right, boom, yeah. Let's switch sides. All right, grab it. So you grab here. You can move out to the other side and lock them in. All right. See, I got him trapped right in here. See, I can lock that, break his wrist. All right. All right. So these are certain drills. Now, another thing you can do too is then once you get that initial reaction, you can build on your trapping and locking with the transitions. So let's do that again. So he grabs, right? I can transition. So from here, I can come up, right? I quickly trap, lock, then I quickly transition to the next one. See that? I transition. Now, of course, these are wrist breaks. I transition, break. I can move him. You see that? Everybody see? So then once you train on the initial stop, trap, and lock, then transition. Then work on your transitionings. Because once you get the person, he's in pain. I broke that wrist. Crack. I move here. You see? Then you work on your transitions. Everybody understand? Again, a couple more. Transition. It goes from my head. So I block. Bring that down. Look at the transition. Transition 1, right? I can do the throw from here, boom, or I can just hold him from here, move in, got the gooseneck, break. Look at the transition. See that? So I can transition the locks, right? You got the break. Now people wonder, this is a side note. People wonder, okay, they're not going to stand it. No, they won't. But if you quickly grab me, and I caught you real quick and snapped your wrist, you're not going to do nothing anyway, right? You're going to be in pain because that's the initial snap. Plus, I'm transitioning. So I caught your wrist, boom, you're in pain. You're in pain. From here, I turn you over, crack here, you're in pain, So again, it's going to be quick movements and you're causing pain so the person doesn't think about, or at least has a chance to try to counter, because I'm already putting them in pain, right? I'm putting them in pain. I broke it there, move from here, he's in pain. Each move I make puts the person in pain and cause damages to the joints or the fingers or whatever you're doing, right? Which prevents them from reacting to the way, because they're reacting to the pain of your joints. So that's the next step, is once you get your trapping and locking, then you want to start working on your transitions, right? Because obviously you can't stand there all day just holding the person, right? So work on your trans, but this is, like I said, you're working on the trap and the lock. He grabs you, I trap and lock, right? That's another way, again, that's your first initial response. Work on getting that first initial response to trap and lock. Trap and lock, right? Grab, trap, and lock. From there, like I said, this buys me a chance to think, because I got attacked by surprise. This gives me a chance to not freeze up. So I don't what do I do, right? I can say, boom, I caught you. Now this gives me a second. Okay, good. Now I can transition. Boom, 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 right? It gives me a second to slow him down so my brain can kind of, get on track, and then think of, okay, now I slowed him down. Now I can transition. Now I know what to do. Now my mind can say, okay, I got you. Snap here, right? Move that there, boom, there, right? It gives you a chance to think of what you're gonna do, so that way you don't just get like, right? He grabs you, you get caught off guard, and you're like, what to do? This slows you down. It gives me a chance to think. Snap, 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 snap here, right? You see, it gives you a chance to think about, what am I gonna do right there. So that's the drill. So this is just a drill you can do with your partner. And like I said, drill those ones. Do 2 or 3 that you always get. Like I just basically did 2 or 3, right? I did this one here, this common wrist lock here, the shoulder, when they grabbed your shoulder, lock that right there, right? That was one. What was the other one I did? That was 2. And what was the other one? Right? Oh, and then we did the grab here and like getting that gooseneck lock. Okay, so have like I said, have 2 or 3 main ones that you just constantly drilling, all right? Just constantly drill, so that way and work on always getting the grab, just drill it, and get it, right? Drill it and get it. Learning always where to grab all the time, and then like I said, you'll become so good at it that before you know it, you can do it without even looking. Somebody, if my head was turned and somebody grabbed me, right? Oop, you okay?
Yeah,
right?
I'm okay.
I can do it without looking. Like I could be, my attention is somewhere else, and the guy grabbed me. He grabs. All of a sudden, I quickly move without looking, and I already know the area, right? I kind of have an idea because I've done it so many times, so many hundreds, so many thousands of times. I know exactly where to grab to get the lock, right? Snap it from here, move him around. Right? Boom. Lock it. You know what I'm saying, right? The other one, same thing. I'd be talking, hey, oh, boom. All of a sudden, I know what to do. He grabs again, right? Without me looking, I know where to get. I know that area. Again, I already automatically know without looking. I don't have to be like, hey, right? He can just grab me, right? And all of a sudden, I know, because I've been training this lock so many times, that I know how to trap it and lock it right there. I know to grab low and high right here, and then bam, right? I got him locked. Boom. And I can transition from here. See? Keep him locked up. So just a little pointer. Like I said, a good drill for you guys to do. So like I said, pick 2 or 3 of your favorite ones. Or pick 2 or 3 of your favorite ones that you think are the most common attacks. People attacking with a straight grab, coming for your shoulders, usually. Maybe they're coming for your throat. Those are certain ones that he's coming for my throat, right? That you can always work on. and which and also you'll use your favorite lock or grab that you like to use in that situation, whether you're studying with us or you have another art form that you train in. Use that favorite lock that you like to use in that situation, right? It might not be the one I like. I like always catching them with this, right? They come in, he grabs. I like always getting them with this one usually, or something of that sort. But you might have a different lock that you use. So the point is that you always want to train yourself to have that. That's going to be your first initial response, right? Drill that. Just drill it. Drill it. Somebody have your partner constantly grab at you, and you constantly work on that lock. Work on getting that lock every time. Everybody understand? You see? So the idea is just to train it and drill it so that way you can always, that'll be your always quick response. And then from there, like I said, once you have drilled that hundreds of times or whatever, then the next step is to work on the transitions, right? Work on the transitions. They grab you, right? Work on the transitions. Here, I got that lock from here. Boom. I transition to this, or I transition to the gooseneck, right? And so, right? Work on that. But at first, get it down pat. Get that first initial response, down pat. And then from there, you can start to drill your transitions. All right, guys. So just a little pointer, like I said, as always, hopefully we've given you something that you can utilize and use in your own trainings. Okay. And, like I said, we could always use your support. We appreciate your support. We hope that this is something beneficial that you can use. And I'll see you guys in the next video. All right. Take care. Sensei Lewis signing out.